he has been from Bombay to London, and his idea was to go from London to America, to the farm called Gitanagari. And it was to start varnashrama. It was his idea. You tell me when you start to make recording. It's already started.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so. Maganati Mirandasya Gaganjana Shrakaya Chaksu Milita Minatas Sri Govardhan Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Stavitam Minabhitalism Bhagavatam Dudati Zakadantikam Mam Vishnu Paraya Krishna Prasya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Srimati Nini Namaste Savati Deve Govani Pacharini Nirvishesha Sinudi Pasukade Shakini Anchagakata Udya Savita Sinudi Agacha Pakitamin Pavanibyo Vaishnavibyo Namo Maha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shivata Galadar Sivasavijaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So yes, maybe I can do a little recap from yesterday. Like to the main point. So yesterday we discussed about what is varnashrama dharma, what is the meaning. What are the four varna, four ashrama? We discuss about how to find our nature, at least some discussion like that, to some ideas about what is our varna. Srila Prabhupada said we need to select our varna first. Varna means social division. Varna, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. This is Varna. So this is not. This is for the full year. Full life is like that. We cannot change our Varna, but we can change our ashram. Just put in. Yes. To be disturbed. So we can, this is determined by, actually this is determined by when our parents have sexual connection, according to the level of consciousness. According to that, they bring a soul from some other places, spirit soul, and this soul is taking a body in the womb of the mother. And when there is a soul is coming, with the karma of the soul and the karma of the parents, it is mixing. And this mix bring a living entity having a specific body, mind, heart. And this is connected to the varna. So it is why we can do nothing about the varna because it's already done. We have done something in the past, so we came as a child, maybe in a man, in a boy body or girl body, in India, in America, in Portugal, in the place. It is why. For the animals, for example, we can see the animals. It is why the animals don't do any karma, because they come with a different body. And they use their facility according to the body. Hare Krishna, welcome. We can sit here because there is this has moved.
Oh.
Yes.
You can sit.
Yes. Bienvenue. I need to speak in English here, nobody understands. This is why animals follow their nature. The cat is follow his nature. Cows follow nature. They eat only according to their nature. They have, for example, sexual relationship according to their nature, not according to some season. It's interesting to learn that, because they just follow their own nature. and following their nature, they don't make any karma. It means they progress from one, but we, in a human body, we can make karma. And we are making karma, this is a problem. And so it is important to know what is our dharma, our material nature. And this is one of the teachings of the Mahabharata. Somebody has read Mahabharata? Yeah? Yes, you saw one. And you like Mahabharata? No? You like? Yes. Srila Goswami said, when we write a book or something like that, if we want to have success, we need to have two things.
Coals and land.
Huh?
Coals and land.
No. He said we need to have fighting and love.
Oh, okay.
So Mahabharata, Ramayana, full of fighting and love. And actually, when for example, very often, when there are some classes, Bhagavatam, people are sleeping. But when there is fighting, nobody is sleeping. When there is love, at least no French person is sleeping. So these two things, when they are combined, they can make a good drama. This is why Mahabharata is very famous. And Ramayana, this is two main books. Bhagavad Gita is inside Mahabharata. Bhagavad Gita is like the philosophical side of Mahabharata. So it means that if we learn a little more about, okay, we are the spirit soul, everybody is a spirit soul. So the grass is also spirit soul, same spirit soul than us, no different. But we have different tendency. We can see that when we are young, we have a different body. Our mind also is changing. Our emotion is changing. So yesterday we are discussing about, I can make a recap because it is important. When we discuss about varnashrama, it's about the conditioned nature of the person. And conditioned nature means there are three levels: body, mind, and earth, emotion. So we want to be in good health, bodily. Otherwise, going to doctor. Like one devotee is going to doctor now. Doctor. Mind must be also, if it is clean, we can have good thinking, we can have good discussion, good interest for different things like that. And emotion, the heart, must be fulfilled. If it is not fulfilled, we are lacking something. So in the world, more or less, people want the same thing. People want to love and to be loved, more or less. Devotees are the same thing. And if we are not loved and not, if we don't express our love and we are not receiving any love, we feel some lack. Like today morning, I was reading some story about Srila Prabhupada, and one time Sadharu Maharaj, he was not initiated, and he was saying that for the first initiation in New York, he was not initiated simply because he has not been invited to come. That's the reason. It was the first initiation in New York, and he is an intellectual person, Sadharu Maharaj. So he was not been invited, and after he met Srila Prabhupada the next day. And he said that when it was during the time of initiation, he was correcting the tape at the time, Srila Prabhupada, editing with English. And after he met Srila Prabhupada the next day, it was actually Srila Prabhupada yesterday. And Srila Prabhupada said, but yesterday you did not come for initiation. He said, no, nobody invited me. And Srila Prabhupada said, but if you want to be loved, you need to show your love to someone. And Sadhguru Maharaj, he was writing that this was a key point in his life. Because sometimes we want to be loved, we want to receive, but we don't want to give. And he said after that time, he did not wait for invitation for going down. Because he learned that yes, we need to so Papa tell him, we need to love. If you want to be loved by someone, you need to love that person. You should love that person. C'est true?
No, I didn't understand. Can you repeat it?
Yes, it means suppose you want someone to love you. It can be a guru, it can be a girl, any person. But if you express yourself, your feeling to that person is going to respond more easily. Because it is communication, But sometimes we want to be loved without giving love. So I think it's okay for now, and after in the days I'm going to discuss about that in a different way after.
Okay.
Because it is a varnashrama dharma is mainly about relationship. We are a person. Krishna is a person, the supreme person, and we try to connect again with Krishna, with the holy name, with reading Bhagavatam, with trying to develop this relation. And actually, in the Vedic literature, we have the rasas, five main rasa. Everybody knows the rasa, the different rasa. You know?
Dasya, friendship, and
Yeah. So the first one is Shanta.
Shanta.
Shanta means appreciation or neutral. Like the grass, the cows, they are having a relationship, neutrality with Krishna. After it is Dasya, service, friendship, Sakya, Vatsalya, parental, and Adela continue. And it is why in varnashrama dharma or in Vedic culture, the first thing is to respect every living entity. Human and also animals, plants, trees. So in relationship, to respect someone is very important. To appreciate. If we appreciate someone, we want to know that person. And if we want to know that person, we approach that person, we do some service for that person. Yes, come in.
Yes.
Very good.
Very,
Very quick.
very quick, yes.
Krishna gave you intelligence.
To come.
To come, not too late. It is a question of relationship. And if we understand from the relationship point of view, it's more easy to understand varnashrama dharma. Because we don't look to be the big person, we just look to have the best relationship with people. And if we want to become a devotee of Krishna, it's a very important point, because we just want to have a relation with Krishna. We don't know our Zarup, our eternal form, we don't know. What we are going to be in the spiritual world. Suppose you are going to be eggplant in the spiritual world. How do you feel? So the story, with Srila Prabhupada, one time he was giving sannyas to one young man in America, and sometimes the sannyasis have a private room, in a building, So the devotee outside, room where sannyasi was, they were hearing some noise, strange noise. So they did not know what to do, Difficult to disturb a sannyasi sometimes, but also difficult to just let the thing go. So one person, he just was looking, here it's not possible, but sometimes we can see inside yes, like that, you can see. And he was saying strange thing, And so they were a little afraid. So when Sannyasi get out the room, and they were asking him, "What are you doing now?" And Sannyasi said, "I am training myself, because in the spiritual world I am a peacock. So I am training." Like that. And after the devotee said to Prabhupada, "Is it bona fide?" No. Prabhupada said, no, we cannot train. We cannot say, okay, I want to be a peacock, so I get trained. I want to be a copy, so it's to train. No, not like that, Our svarup, our spiritual form, is going to be revealed when we are going to be ready. Yes. Sometimes it is speculation, yeah. Everybody wants to be a gopi, no? Nobody wants to be a blade of grass.
Everybody wants to be the flute of Krishna.
Yes, it's been a direct touch with Krishna. Nice relationship. No, keeping Krishna like that. So this is maybe it is depend of Krishna's desire and how the soul, the pure soul desire. The hope is determined by that. But since we have a material body and we don't know the hope with Krishna, so the second, the other option is to know what is our place in this system. There's many people here, and to know what is our what type of relationship we have with Krishna. So when we join ISKCON, we call the Prabhu, Mataji, and when we get initiation, we receive initiation, we get the name Dasi. Yeah? So this is a general term. We are servant, but in which form, in which relationship, we don't know. But at least we are not God. This is the main point. We are serving God. And by inquiring about our personal nature, like we are discussing at the end of the class in the morning with Maharaj, that it's when we are young, we express more easily our nature. It's more easy to see. This person is more like a Brahmin type, Kshatriya type, Vaishya type, Shudra type. This person is like straightforward, this person is like that, this person is cheating. It's more easy to see. When we are old, it's a problem, because we are used to hide many things. But usually, only one person we cannot hide. Which person?
Krishna.
Yes. Another one, our mother. We cannot hide so many things from our mother. She knows us since birth. She has seen us when we are babying like that. She knows our character. So it is why the mother is the first guru. Second is the father, and third is the spiritual master. So if we can keep a good relation with our mother, and if we don't know our nature, she can help us. Because our nature is the same from our birth. And she can help us to know. Another system to know, it's like we discussed, like astrology. Another system is like to know what other people are thinking about us. Sometimes we think we are bigger than we are. Sometimes we think we are smaller than we are. Other people are more neutral, and according to our action. So in varnashram, in Vedic culture, everybody is working. There is no unemployment. In the West, many people don't want to work. to get money without working. Country like France is a very good country for that. One of the best one. That's why we have so many foreigners coming to France. No? But it's mean, yes, but in Vedic culture, no. Because work is not really, in Vedic culture, work is not painful. It is a seva. So it is like we like to do that activity because it is our nature and we want to contribute to society. This is the idea of work. This is why when we, if you read the Bhagavatam, especially Canto 7, you know, about chapter 11 to 15, Radha Muni speaking to Maharaj Yudhishthira, and he said about what is a brahmachari, what is a grihastha, what is a vanaprastha, what is a sannyasi, what is a brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, shudra, what is a man, what is a woman. This is the biggest explanation is in the part of Bhagavatam, 7, 11 to 15 chapter, 7 canto. 7 canto is called the science of God. And there are many things about varnashrama. So this is an important point, you know, and when we read Bhagavatam, we can read, try to understand and to have some indication how to find our nature. So yesterday we discussed something like that, you know. And today I was thinking it depends on your question, because yesterday only 2 were there, no? Can be according to your own question, and after we can develop something. So maybe according to your question is the best thing. Right? For example, what different topics do you wish to discuss or to learn in the big field of varnashrama dharma? Do you have any topics? Especially devotees, we are not there yesterday.
Yes. The difference between the varnashrama which we are practicing and the varnashrama, asuric varnashrama and daiva varnashrama.
Yes? Yes, yeah. Yes. Everybody understand what is Devi Varnashram or Asuric Varnashram? Everybody understand? No. Asura. Asura means demon, demoniac, and Devi means divine. So, like in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said there are some people are born with a divine nature, some people are born with a demoniac nature. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained. So, actually, the difference, it's the daily varnashrama dharma is given by Krishna, and the Asuric Daiva Varnashram, Asuric Varnashram dharma is a new system that human beings have created and decided that it is the birth who is the most important thing. If my parents are Brahmana, I am automatically a Brahmana. It's not automatic. And after in India we call that the caste system. That's why in the West many people don't appreciate the caste system, and they don't want to hear about varnashrama dharma because it is closed. So this is a demoniac. It's Asuric Daiva, Asuric varnashrama dharma. Asuric. And the consequences of that is that when we think that it is why in India the beginning of the degradation started when Maharaj Parishit was cursed by one Brahmana in his ashram, and Brahmana was called
Shringi?
no, so this is the son of the Brahmana, Shringi.
Okay.
Yes. And actually it's Samipya, something like that. the father, and actually this was the beginning of the degradation of the Brahmana. When Kali appeared, Krishna left the planet, when he left the Bhagavatam, Kali appeared, Maharaj Parishit came into action, and one day Maharaj Parishit was, as the emperor of the world, he was traveling in the world, and he met one person who wanted to, and he wanted to receive some water. He had been to an ashram. It was some sages who were meditating there, and the sage did not receive properly Maharaj Parishit because he was in meditation in ecstasy. He wasn't aware. He was meditating close-eyed, and he was not happy, Maharaj Parishit, so he put a snake, a dead snake, on the head, on the neck of that Brahmin, and this Shringi, the son of this Brahmin, he cursed Maharaj Parishit to die in 7 days. But Srila Prabhupada explained in this purport that it was the desire of Krishna. Because if this does not happen, we don't have Bhagavatam. Yeah? In the same way, if Arjuna is not put into illusion, we don't have Bhagavad Gita. This is a prince of some other personalities. But at that moment, the Brahmana become more degradation started. And after, slowly, one person is like, sometimes in India there are people who are doing like that, this type of thread, and they put like that. Discuss, I'm Brahmin, really like that, So it means usually this is not really the best way to show. Because it's not to have this type of thread who makes a person Brahmana. Even in ISKCON, we say we have the second initiation we call Brahminical initiation. But technically it's not true. We have the second initiation. Second initiation means three type of person: Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya. They have the second initiation. So it is why you can see, we can also see that in ISKCON, all devotees who have the second initiation, they are not automatically under goodness. The potential is there, but there is work to do. And some people are more expert in business, and some people are more expert into organization, police, army. Some people are more expert in intellectual, spiritual. So this is a difference between Asuric and daily varnashrama. So in India now there is a lot of people who follow Asuric varnashrama. Means according to the birth. For example, who can enter into Jagannath Puri temple?
Only Indians.
Only Indian Hindu.
Yeah, Hindus.
Not Indian Muslim. Yeah. And it's mean this is according to the birth. Yes.
Like observation, I'm saying, like it's like degradation had started,
Yes.
but still if we see person who born in higher class, like caste you can say, they are more into devotional or dharmic, or we can say religious activities than the person who is born in lower caste.
Yes.
Even right now, situation is like that. Those who are born in lower class, they are either converting or getting into more into Hindu dharma.
Yes.
So
yes.
like we can say, even though like it's we saying like it is not according to birth, but there is some element of birth is also in
Yes.
because it's like in India, like it's changing very rapidly.
Yes.
Very, very rapidly. We can't think I remember one lecture on similar principle Radha Parisisvara Mandir gave in like 10-12 years back.
Yeah.
Like how this like politically you can say things are changing. Like people who are converting into Buddhism, Christianity, or Muslim from Hinduism, they are more dangerous than the person who are like born in that religion.
It's been because in Kali Yoga everything is mixed.
Yeah.
It is like a kitri.
Yeah.
Rice, dal, and sabji, and you mix, and woof, it is kitri.
So,
Yes, it is why when suppose we are the son of a doctor, medical doctor, we have a better chance to go to study medicine, So it means that we need to balance, to find what are the influence on us, and to act accordingly. This is why we need guidance. Training, yeah, because suppose we are discovering that we are more like, for example, Kshatriya type, we need to a little control, to organize the thing, to be in politics, to have idea into, for many things, to be involved in things, to have like determination, and that. So we need to be trained. So it is, yes, I can go on like that, and if you have some type of question, you can ask any moment. In the varnashrama system, we have the Svadharma, our spiritual nature. We can wait for that. And we have our Dharma. And according to our Dharma, there are different things we can do. For example, when we are young, means before 12, 13, 14, something like that. When you are young, means usually we want to study something with going to help us in our life. It can be to get a job, or it can be for our personal life. So in the Vedic tradition, we call Chatur Vidya. Chatur means 4, Vidya means knowledge. 4 types of knowledge. So there is one knowledge which is common to everyone. It is a spiritual knowledge. Or we can say it's like connected to education, general education. So this type of knowledge, like for everyone, is like Bhagavatam, like Bhagwatam. All the books that we study are general knowledge. Everybody can study. It does not depend on our nature, because we love the same thing. This is for spiritual knowledge. And after we have the material knowledge. So material knowledge is divided into 3 according to Brahmin, Kshatriya, and Vaishya. So what is the function of a Brahmana? What is his main occupation?
Worshipping deity.
To guide the society. To guide society on
to
Dharma.
guide society. Yes, it's been like for education. Like, do you know something more? What is a Brahmana is supposed to be?
Giving guidance to Kshatriyas.
To all the other,
Studying the scriptures.
to all the other gunas.
Yes, no, actually, the Varna we are speaking. The Brahmana, of course, is like the head. His main activity is study and teach. So he study and teach the Vedic knowledge, study and teach the for puja, and he accepts charity and he gives charity. This is why a Brahmana is never paid. If he's paid, he's like a slave. He cannot teach for money. No, that's not possible. He can receive donation, and if you have extra, he can give donation. So this is 6 activity of Brahmana, mainly studying, teaching. Kshatriya, what is his main occupation?
Defending.
Defending what?
To protect the
Protector.
people and
Yes, protector is the main one.
Okay.
And in order to protect, you need to be strong.
Yes.
To be able to kill the demons, all the chief people like that. It's why in Vedic culture, there is we can put people to death, can kill the people. But why? It's violence. No, it is like when a person has done a big bad thing, he can be put to death as an act of compassion. Because if he's put to death, and his next birth is fresh one. If he's not put to death, next life, there is a consequence of his killing like that. So the Kshatriya is protecting. His why it is like the arms. So it must be strong. Like Arjuna in Kurukshetra and Krishna. They were friends. Did they have the same size? Which one was the small one, the big one? Arjuna was bigger than Krishna. Krishna was not Kshatriya, but Arjuna was a Kshatriya, so bigger. It is why when we see, and after with all the arms, the big fighting spirit like that. So the Kshatriya, the main thing is protection, it's not fighting. Vaishya, what is his main occupation?
Business.
Fishing, agriculture.
Agriculture.
Cow protection.
Cow protection. So the main activity of a Vaishya is to protect the cows. Yes. Kshatriya protects the human. Actually, Prabhupada said, a real Kshatriya, like emperor of the world, is protecting the human and the animals. But Vaishya, his main activity is to protect cows. And inside Vaishya, there are two levels. To protect cows means to work with cows and land, and business, which is the most important.
Cows and land.
Yes. This is why people who want cows and land, they need to go to Gurukul. People who want business, they don't need to go to Gurukul. Yeah. So it's interesting because sometimes you say, yes, I feel I am not very good for working. My body is small, maybe I am intellectual, maybe I am Ramana. No, it's not the right thinking. I'm thinking, can I study and teach? Can I protect other people? Can I protect the cows? And like that. This is the right way to know our nature. Because sometimes we take it the other way. Yes, I like business, so I am a Vaishya. But this is the second part of Vaishya, last part. And Shudra are helping. And to help the other members of society, we need to have a lot of humility. It is why between Shudra and Brahmana there are many similar things. Humility is there, service is there, no need of money. Shudra, actually, we need never to pay a Shudra, because he does not know how to deal with the money. You can see in many countries like France, many people have many things, but they buy things and credit. Means, and many are fighting to reimburse, Because we don't need to buy things on credit. If we have no money, we buy nothing. It's more simple. So money is a big problem. It's why Kali Yuga, the age of Kali, we wanted to where to stay. We asked Maharaj Parisi where I can stay. Maharaj Parisi said, can stay where people are eating meat, when there is prostitution, when there are gambling, when there are intoxication. And Kali said, yes, but in your kingdom there is no place like that. So what to do? and Maharaj Parisi said, okay, yeah, you can say where there is gold. Maybe you have noticed, gold or money, making a lot of problem amongst people. Sometimes so many devotees. So, because when there is money, there is a tendency to exploit. So it is why money is called Lakshmi. You know? So we need to put Lakshmi with money, but we can know how to use money. That is the one. So it's also indicate, you know, about. So actually, in the traditional Gurukul for the children, you know, according to their nature, when they are, for example, 10, 11, something like that, they go to study different things. Some are going computer in France, some are going Brahmin in India. Yeah, different thing, you know. So especially for the devotee who are born in India, like some of you are, Nepal is the same country, the same culture. It's very important not to forget about your own culture, because if you forget, it's going to be difficult to learn again, you know. Don't forget your culture.
It's easier to take it for granted.
Easier, yes. So myself, what I really understood that I spent many years in India as a student, and I discovered that this culture is very, very sweet and subtle, and also sensitive to every individual. And when this has made a big difference in my life, actually, because to know more about, you know, our value system, to know about we speak about Krishna. Who is Krishna? Who is that? And like a few days ago, I was in contact with one devotee from Mongolia, but living in Japan. And I say, what was the name of the deity in Tokyo? And the person told me, Radha Krishna. I said, yes, but usually, Radha, yes, yeah. Usually, it's not the name of Krishna, you know. Usually it's Radha is and she told me, I don't know. And she's like a congregation devotee. So I look on the internet, I see Radha Govinda, you know? I say, the name is Radha Govinda. It's more precise than Krishna. You know? And it's when we are born in a country where we're not very personal, you know, it's difficult to understand that we are a person. And it's difficult to understand Krishna is a person also. And between Krishna and me, there is a relationship. So it is why this varnashrama, this pure bhakti, of course it's at the level of the soul, and varnashrama, the level of the body and mind, are helping us to understand that and act accordingly.
There are two types you didn't tell, like you told Chaturvidya. What is third and fourth one?
Yes, it means the second part of Chaturvidya is for three types of person. One is for Brahmin, for Kshatriya, another one, and for Vaishya. And it means Vaishya means economic, Kshatriya means politic, and Brahmana means knowledge. So there are distinctions when we know the person of one-on-one, we engage that person in for example, politics or knowledge or economics.
Okay.
This can make a difference in our life, you know? Because if we know that when we are young, we study according to our nature. But in the West, like in France, you know, sometimes we study what we want. And after finishing study, we discover it's not our nature. Yes. Because this is scientific varnashrama. It's not a feeling, you know. It can help us a lot. Like Maharaj, you know, before was telling me, you know, one devotee, he knew his nature when he was 70 years old. Better late than never. But it's little better if we know little in advance, you know. The other point on this nature thing. In this thing. Otherwise, I was preparing something because I knew it was a lot of ladies today, at least 2. So I was thinking, yes, I can. So we have the 4 varna, that's the 4 ashram. Where is the place of the ladies in this story?
Nowhere. On the back.
In the back, okay, open the door, okay? Do you have some idea about what is, how one, because when we study Bhagavatam, you know, or like Manu Samhita, we're speaking about varnashrama, it's mainly for the men, you know, Brahmana, and in our society, more than 50% of our people are ladies, you know. It's amazing, you know. You know? And they are mothers, you know. It's been, they are very important personalities. They are the first guru. So where they are in that system?
Mothers?
Yes.
No, I feel even women have varnas, no? They have proclivities, this way of thinking, their nature. They want to protect in their own way,
Yes.
protect people or teach or
Yes.
protect cows, I'm sure.
They are doing more.
Yeah.
No. Because the advantage of a lady can do a few things at the same time. Men are not connected. Only one thing. Ladies can take care of, can cook, care about the child, and respond to the phone. Yes, because they are more into relationship than men, usually. So, do you want to hear something about position of ladies in varnashrama?
It's same level as men.
Yeah, so actually I did that, I'm putting the computer because I'm going to use the seminar I did last year on that topic.
Interesting.
In Mayapur. We are doing a seminar for 1 month in Mayapur for Kartik last year about varnashrama dharma. And we are presenting some different topics. And I was presenting one topic about yes, in English, about the role of women in varnashrama dharma.
Sorry.
So yes, I'm going to do that. Last year. So yes, I'm going to do that maybe in 20 minutes. It's been so I took specific approach, you know, and explaining that there are always 2 classes of men, you know. One is intelligent in material activity, one is intelligent in spiritual activity. We have this verse in Bhagavad Gita, what is night? All beings, a time of awakening for the self-control person. And this is a time of awakening for all beings is night for introspective sages, you know. So I started by that. And we can see that in spiritual culture, the relation between men and women in spiritual culture, women are protected. In material culture, women are exploited. It's a tendency. And there are verses, like in Bhagavatam, what is the meaning of a woman without husband? He said that Srila Prabhupada explained in Canto 4, a young woman who has no husband is called anatta, meaning one who is not protected. So I took different verses, and when yes, it was said also in Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada again, but even in Hindu society, especially in India, the conservative family, they don't allow unmarried girl to go out and to mix with a boy, in India at least. Parents are very careful. I have one friend, he was from Andhra Pradesh, from Vijayawada, and he had one daughter, and this devotee was very tall, and his daughter was very tall, maybe 1 meter 90 centimeters, 95, very tall, especially in India,
Yeah.
And it was very difficult for the parents to marry, to find a husband. Because you need to find someone physically also intelligent. So it took many months if they find something, And it was a lot of course, devotees from India, they know how it is. It is a headache for the parents when they have a daughter. When they have a daughter, it's a headache
Headache for parents.
to find a husband for their daughter. Better to have boys.
Yes.
And yes, but it is a service, because when in the Vedic culture, of course, all girls are protected, as the parents, father, mother, and after by the protected till she get married, and when she get married, it is the duty of the husband to give protection, and the parents can relax after. And if the husband die, leaves the body, if they have children, it is the duty of the son, and if they don't have children, what's happened?
Krishna.
It's for example, in ISKCON, in ISKCON, suppose there is one couple, husband and wife, they are married, and they are becoming old, and the husband wants to take sannyas. He needs to have permission from his wife. Of course, recommendation is going to take permission. And I have one friend wanted to take sannyas, but his wife did not give permission. So they did to state against her, because it is the responsibility of the husband to protect. Like we see, the Kshatriya must protect. So it's till the end, unless you gave your wife to somebody who can care, like son. So it is why there is a need to have children when we get married, especially when we are young. All is a little different. So it indicates that the position of the Srila Prabhupada said here. When thus protected, women as a class remain an always auspicious source of energy to man. Srila Prabhupada, even in the Bhagavatam, he speaks about that. He said the wife is the inspiration for the man. Hare Krishna. This means this is a thing with very much known, in Vedic culture or Western culture, relation between man and woman are very clear about that. So it means that it's a source of energy. Yes, the selection of husband is always given to the parents. What is the situation if a person wants to become a devotee and the parents are not devotees? How can the parents select a good husband for their daughter who is a devotee or aspiring devotee? What is the situation for that?
Senior devotees may recommend.
Ah yes, all senior devotees say, oh yes, Mataji, you want to get married, can I help you? Every devotee is going to be like that? ISKCON? Not so much. Because it's not easy to select a husband for someone else. But this is what the Vedic culture is saying. Sometimes it takes a lot of months, discussion. You think that one, I think that one. What is Yanko is saying? What my brother is saying? Discussion.
In India, it takes a lot of
Yeah.
recommendations. Like even in normal family,
Yes.
like uncle, in different parts have different ways to
Yes.
find family.
Yes.
And
Yes.
even like in our area, we check 4 generation previous. 4 generation where his father's mother, his mother, mother's mother, his mother, from where they are coming.
Yes.
Like that they
It's
check.
so complicated. Also, it's in India, it's the marriage between the family there.
Yeah.
No, because it is a serious thing.
Yeah, it's like in that way you will find real. And I feel like it's a good way because nobody then who.
Yes.
I know my grandfather from mother's side, his grandfather from parental side.
But now even that is gone.
Yes.
It's
I
like-
cannot even trust that. I
Yes.
know one guy, he's from my same, because in our culture when we are small we are given 8-10 years, they will cut your hair like half and you have your ceremony and everything. And he was my friend, and in college I used to see him, he used to remove it and put it in his bathroom and he used to go and have. So I am like, now you can't even trust anything.
Yes.
Now there is,
Yeah.
so all this checking, all useless.
But it's yes. So if you want to get married, there is one simple way. You go find the person and you take out. Like this is Gandharva marriage.
Guru can help.
Kidnap.
Guru can help. Ask to the Guru.
Guru is very spiritual man.
Yes. No, he helps.
He can,
I saw
yes,
many
he can help, but it's many times nowadays. Many guru, even Srila Prabhupada, at the beginning he was arranging marriage,
Yes.
but after when people were getting divorced, he come to arrange. Yes, and same thing for the guru after Srila Prabhupada, when they were helping, and many of them say it's your own decision. So it is why this is an important situation because we join ISKCON because we want to develop spiritual life, we want to be protected, we want to advance in our thing. Many of us we cannot go to sannyas immediately, so we need some step like that, and we cannot go. Shanaka Pandit, he said that if we are thinking about marriage, get married. If you are not thinking, don't get married. So if you are just thinking, get married. He's coming just at the right moment. That's the same thing yesterday.
I've thought about it in the past, but I'm not thinking about it now.
Yeah, today there's a crowd, there's a crowd, yeah. So it's
I had a question.
yes.
These values, like a man is supposed to provide protection and stuff. This seems extremely contradictory to the society we are in now.
Yes.
Like just a few weeks back, we had a huge meeting in our studio, and they made this announcement. Oh, we are very happy to announce that we have finally reached 50% men and 50% women working, and we have some female executives who are earning more than men. So we are very happy of this fact. So like now we are living in a world where both have to earn equally in order to just how do you say, maintain a family. It is not a situation right now where if only the man earns, he can maintain his children and everything. So they like forcefully want to equalize everything, whereas in our culture, no, we don't want to unequal, but we would just want to, I don't know how to put it, but you get what I'm saying.
Feminism.
Huh?
Feminism.
Not feminism.
Same.
Yeah.
Actually, that I feel like in India, like that because of that, divorce rate is increasing because of like somewhere it is good, somewhere it is bad also society because women's thinking more independent. Like I can live without my husband, and previously it was not there. So sometimes men may be like beating his wife previously, but at least like he will also like I don't able to sentence it, but somehow it is like creating social fabric more destructed. This philosophy and thinking, and I see like many families like in India, like one reason might be like getting at older age marrying, and then within 10-15 years, no, that is like long time, like 2-3 years they are getting divorced or having trouble in marriage. And previously like people used to get married at early age, so they're more dependent on each other, on relations, like emotional and everything. Relation built in time.
And we also need to not forget that when we speak about Vedic culture, it's mainly agrarian culture, village. Because and in village, you know, everybody must work.
Everybody is busy in work, so they will not fight.
Yeah, but in cities, you know, everything is expensive.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to rent something, it's expensive, and also is why many men and many couples are working together, because otherwise it's difficult to maintain financially, you know. But if we study the Vedic literature for the varnashrama, it's mainly agriculture. So it means the service outside agriculture are less. You know, in the village we don't need so many factories for computer. We just need land and work in land, you know. Having some people helping for some other work, you know, but not like now. And if we want to keep our life in big cities, like now, of course it's going to be more difficult living at all levels. Physical, many people are sick. They need to go to the doctor very often. People mentally, many people are crazy in the cities.
It's true. We see this on a daily basis.
Yes, it's a fact, and emotionally, many people are feeling alone in the crowd. You know, how it's possible? You know? And people don't have good food, good air, good water. You know, so it is why the Vedic culture is mainly on agriculture and cow. So if we want to develop varnashrama, we need to consider that. Maybe some of us can. I know some devotees living in cities in Africa, they are moving back to the countryside. It's a difficulty. But to move from the village to the city, it's also very big. It's very big city. You know? So it is why when we have some days of holiday, usually we go to the countryside, no? Go to Yamuna, you know, to leave this crazy city of Paris, you know. So it is, in order to have some ideas about varnashrama, we need something is related to our own nature, something is related to the world. And if we, like yesterday I was saying, you know, but most of, like in France, most of the devotees from my generation, 60, 70 years old, most of them, we move in the countryside. You know? Like near Mayapur, there are many devotees around near Mayapur, and also in south of France, you know, near Mirepoix, there are maybe about 40, 50 devotees living there. And there are less devotees, all devotees living in Paris. And there are less living in Sarcelles. Only advanced soul like you are living in Sarcelles.
So I'm planning to buy land in India for agriculture, big land.
Yes,
I
not in
already
the
have
city.
50 cows.
Yes, yes. This is a very good idea. And if we have some money to, because land is it's a manifestation of Krishna. It belongs to Krishna, of course. You know, Bhumi, the Bhumi, and the land is giving always.
Yeah.
You know? So if we respect the land, we can. Like a few days ago, you know, I was giving a class in varnashrama again in New Mayapur, and one devotee he was doing permaculture. Means just plant something, put some things that no animals can come like that, and know what the crops is coming naturally like that.
Like big crop, big trees, then small trees like that.
Yeah, something, you know. Because actually in the Vedic time, raining was in the night time. Yes, practical.
Yeah.
Nobody work in night. Now, how many people are working in night time? In many big cities, it's 24 hours, you know. You know? And after, when we are disturbed, you know, don't sleep in night, sleep in the day, different thing. You know? You know, people are becoming sick, you know, with this system. You know? So in the Vedic time, you see, when we read Krishna book about Mananda Maharaj working in agriculture, what type of work he's doing? He's mainly taking care of cows, and the cows is urine with thing. It's nourishing the land. The land is giving something. It's not a big work. You don't need to have like tractor like that, you know. It's why at their time they were using only bulls, no tractor, 5,000 years ago, and they were satisfied, you know, and they were not missing anything. They explained that there are a lot of wells, you know, like that. You know. Now we are working like asses.
We need good internet. We need fiber. We can't. It's not possible to survive
Yes.
without fiber.
It's this. Also, if we, like Srila Prabhupada said, our society is doomed. It's going to be finished sooner or later. And some devotees who are aware about that, they are pushing about to develop farm community. Not always in the name of ISKCON, like Mayapur, not always, same system, not this system, but farm, in order to give facility for the devotee. If society is going to stop, nothing is going to work. You know? What are we going to do? What are we going to eat? Our phone, our computer? What are we going to use? What are we producing ourselves? But here, you know, this house, maybe around is not so nice, but when the devotee bought this house, one very important point was the trees here. You know, we have a cherry tree, we have what is the name? Fig tree. This is very auspicious. You know? And these trees exist before we bought the place here. You know? So when we enter, you know, and we see the trees here, and now devotee have made a garden, you know, behind, some flowers here. There is a possibility to make a garden, you know. in one country, in Congo, in Kinshasa, you know, there are not so rich devotees there, of course, no? But they had a big flood, and with COVID, you know, less activity, you know. So they have a house, little like here, and some little land, not garden, but for making a living, they were using the land as for agriculture. You know, like here we have land, we have some, you know, we can sit here, we have some flowers, but if we need agriculture here to plant something. You know? When there is when there is a need, you know, we need to do to act accordingly. You know? So actually, varnashrama is not fully connected with cows, but it's mainly connected with land and cows. You know? And it's why in a village it's more easy to live. Most of the people, there are less people, but people feel more appreciating the nature. So it means they feel more respecting the nature, protecting by the nature. You know? So it is also why in this, when you speak about, yes, there is one story, you know. It's a it is probably the most difficult story in the Bhagavatam. It is the story of Shavana Muni. You know him in Canto 9.
Yeah, that's a great story.
Great, you heard. You know, so it's a story that it was a very old man called Shavana Muni. He was a yogi. He was not beautiful at all. And Prabhupada said maybe around 80 years, you know. His body was like that. And he was very angry, very easily. And one time, what is the name? The father of Sukanya?
God, I can't remember.
Yes,
I can look it up.
yes. And a couple, means Sukanya was a daughter, and their father mother, they were Kshatriya, they were looking for a good husband for her daughter. And they were having a special plan with flowers.
Really?
No noise like in Sarcelles. You know? And they find that person may be a good husband for her daughter, you know. And they came and see and ask, you know, do you want to get married? And Shanamuni said, yes, I was looking for getting married, but I'm alone in this forest or in the jungle in my ashram, you know. And the father said, we want to give you our daughter to you. And the daughter was very beautiful and also very young, you know. And Srila Prabhupada said, Sharanamuni was like the grandfather for her, you know, for the age, you know. And she was very submissive, but he was very angry. So do you want to get married with somebody who is very old? Not nice at all. An angry person. And she follows the advice of the father, you know. So she said yes, so they get married. And this story, she dealt with her husband in a so nice way, according to the mood of the husband. So this is maybe the most difficult thing to do in life. But this is the secret of success, you know. So wife is to act according to the mood of her husband. Srila Prabhupada said, if in purport 9 canto, if any wife wants to be happy with her husband, she must try to understand her husband's temperament and please him. This is victory for a woman. Srila Prabhupada said, Westerners contend that this is a slave mentality for the wife, but actually it is not. It is a tactic by which a woman can conquer the heart of her husband, however irritable or cruel he may be. So the most important word here, it is tactic. Tactic means like when you do Sankirtan, we have different approach, different mantra, different, but we use some tactic in order to inspire the people to take the boat, to stop. First is they are running, first to stop, to present thing, after to give a donation, after tactic to ask the biggest donation that we can. It's tactic. We learned that in Sankirtan. I was learning that when I was here in Sankirtan. We do many things as a tactic. If we want to avoid to do seva in the temple, we need tactic. For example, some devotees are living in temple, not so many, only you and yes. So what is your tactic to avoid? Suppose you some days you are less inspired to do some seva. Suppose this is ideal position. And what is the tactic? If you stay in your room, is it a good tactic? No. So you know the tactic. Tactic is to escape. Like yesterday, Maharaj was looking for you. So he came to the room, where we stay together, and he saw your this bag. I said, he told me, where is it? I said, I don't know. I don't know. Was the this bag? He said, yes, I don't know. Because when we want to avoid the situation, we just go out. This is why when I was staying in Sarcelles many years ago, we were staying in this temple, of course, in the same place. But quite a few of us, we were meeting near the lake,
Wow.
It's a little far, but when we are near the lake, I disconnect the phone, nobody can reach us. So it is like a tactic. So it is the same thing, like this verse about Canto 9, Many Western ladies say, no, it's not possible, I like that, and I don't know. But as a tactic, we can do many things with a tactic. And usually, in life, women are more intelligent than men. For the tactics.
For the tactics.
Yes. We have another example about devotee, Mother of Kapila. She was married also with Kardama Muni, who is also a yogi. Also, she did not select her husband. She was also a family like that. Srila Prabhupada said, man's psychology and woman's psychology are different. As constituted by bodily frame, a man always wants to be superior to his wife, and a woman, as bodily constituted, is naturally inferior to her husband. Thus, the natural instinct is that the husband wants to post himself as superior to the wife, and this must be observed. Even if there is some wrong on the part of the husband, the wife must tolerate it. And thus there will be no misunderstanding between husband and wife. This is Canto 3. Yesterday I said that, yes, I met in my life many devotees who are Grihastha. And one couple was very old Grihastha, is getting married, I think more 45 years, something like that. And I asked, what is your secret to stay together for so many years? And the man told me, it's very simple. In our couple, I am the guru and she is the DVC. So it's but this is very practical. It means the spiritual guidance usually is from the man, and the arranging the house, arranging the situation is for the man. Like we said, the husband can be the king for the world, But in his house, the queen is his wife. He's not the king in his house. In any house that you go, devotee or not devotee is the same. Who is doing the decoration of the house? Who is doing the decoration of the house? Yes.
You can also do, Prabhu. Just one TV, one chair, enough.
Yeah, for the man alone, it's enough. But when you get married, there is more things. And actually, this is quite interesting because this is what Srila Prabhupada is saying. And another example, in Canto 5, is the story of Maharaj Priyavata. It is said that Maharaj Priyavata greatly loved his wife, Varismati. And in the increase of days, the exchange of nuptial love also increased. By her feminine behavior, as she dressed herself, walked, got up, smiled, laughed, and glanced about, Queen Varismati increased his energy. It means that the wife can increase the energy of her husband. It is not a one-way system. It is a match. And there is another thing about Manu Samhita. When women are honored, there the gods are pleased. But when they are not honored, no sacred right yield reward. So it means that, yes, I was making a conclusion about that. When men understand that women are an auspicious source of energy for them, they will protect and care for them within family life, within ISKCON, and within society at large. Because don't forget, in the spiritual approach, women are must be always protected. Children also protected. Old people always protected. Cows always protected. Women. So it means that this is a Vedic culture, and we cannot change. So it's been if we have something very important, if we protect nicely, it's mean we can keep that. Easy to say, more difficult to do. So actually, I was doing before when Sanesi asked me to do that presentation to study the topic. So I say what to do. This is why I started by presenting what is the psychology according to the Veda, and then the quality of a man, quality of woman. What is the main quality of a woman according to the men?
This?
Huh? No quality? What are the quality of a woman?
Daya, compassion,
No.
love.
No. C'est bon, merci. What are the main quality for the woman according to Srila Prabhupada books, you can say?
Chest.
Huh?
Chest.
Just, yes, but it's mainly shyness.
Shyness,
Yeah. So, do you know the secret for a perfect match? It's very simple. So simple, my God. If you want to get married for the men, it's very simple. You just become a pure devotee. Only that. Only that, he said, And for the ladies, there are two things. Chaste and faithful. Chaste and faithful. This is the perfection of marriage. Do you know one couple who can do that? The best couple, except Radha Krishna, according to the Vedic tradition, the best couple is Shiva and Parvati. but it's only 80% success. It's the maximum. So we cannot have 100% success in our situation. We cannot have that. But we can become closer to that, and that. And the good news about getting married, it's only for one life. But this is the shyness is the gift given by nature to women. Prabhupada explained that this shyness is a gift of nature to the fair sex, and it enhances their beauty and prestige. Heaven is their less important family, or heaven is their less attractive. And we have practical experience of this fact. A sweeter woman commanded the respect of many respectable gentlemen because by manifesting a lady's shyness. Half-naked ladies in the street do not command any respect. But the shy sweeper's wife commands respect from all. This is in the purport of Bhagavatam, that I am taking. Yes, and in the cachée ceremony, Canto 5, I can read. Women must be cared for so that they will not be free to manifest their natural tendency for gross selfishness. There have been many cases, even in the present day, in which women have killed their husband to take advantage of their insurance policies. This is in Bhagavatam purport, This is not a criticism of women, but a practical study of their nature. So natural instinct of a woman or a man are manifested only in the bodily conception of life. When either a man or a woman is advanced in spiritual consciousness, the bodily conception of life practically vanishes. We should see all women as spiritual units, whose only duty is to satisfy Krishna. Then the influences of the different modes of material nature, which result from one possessing the material body, will not act. So there is always a discussion, in many in ISKCON we have very few brahmacharis. So most of the devotees are going to get married, or are already married, or have been married, so committed with marriage. And it means that Srila Prabhupada, explain different psychology. For example, in the book he said, for a woman who has material feeling, it's more easy to go to the spiritual feeling. For a man, it's not so easy. Man, before he has some material feeling, if he wants to have affection for Krishna like that, he needs to be convinced. Without being convinced, he's not going to chant Hare Krishna. Can try, it's not working. So it is why for the men, they need to understand the philosophy, to be convinced here. When they're convinced, they can chant Hare Krishna, not before. It is why, but when a person studies the philosophy, studies all this type of thing, he becomes a little more stronger. Is why he can protect his wife. And the wife can go more easily from, for example, try to see the different couples that you met in life, in devotee. People can say, wife can say, yes, we can give donation to temple, I can do that. The man says, hey, we don't have too much money. If you know couple, it's going to be like that. Because the wife is ready to give everything to Krishna, to Krishna's program, like that. And but it's it's also true in the other way, from spiritual feeling going back to material feeling. Yes. This way, this up and down is very often. So if we become more fixed in the philosophy, if we study what is a man or woman or books like that, we are going to become more at ease, with the relationship between men and women, and do our part after. If we know our part, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, first in Varna, if we know that, then our second part is care. Which ashram, so if it is married, what type of husband? When Krishna was with his queen in Dwarka, so many queens, all the queens, they were thinking they were controlling Krishna. What is the name in English? Enpek, no? So Krishna was like, and same thing, tactic. Krishna was acting like Enpek husband. Tactic, same thing, Only tactic in this world, because it means if everybody want to, when you are in a Krishna life, okay, we are not the body, we are the soul, okay, but we prefer to love that soul than that other one. So it means there is affection, emotion, and in Krishna book it is interesting. Everything is interesting. But if you study between Krishna and Rukmini, the queen in Dwarka, a lot of sensitivity, in the beginning. So this indicates that it's some different feelings are developing when we are married, of course, who are very intimate, more intimate than friendship, but who are very it is good to learn in advance. This, like yes, I can say something. According to Vedic culture, when a couple get married, they don't speak to each other saying the other name. The wife never spoke the name of her husband, the husband never spoke the name of her wife. You knew that, no?
They speak with their elder children's name.
Yeah, or in the Vaishnava tradition, they call the husband, call his wife Devi.
Why so? Why they shouldn't call wife name?
And wife calls the husband Pati. Pati means like a husband, like a guru, like that he has so-called superior position. And the husband calls his wife Devi like a demi-goddess, like a lot of special jewels. It looks very wonderful, this type of culture. And it can be wonderful, as the people put into application.
But my mother does that.
Yes. And it's mean, and she's doing that naturally now.
Yes.
Of course,
Is there any reason behind doing that? Like why you should not call by name? Just out of respect?
I don't
It's more personal, no? Like today, in today's world, people call honey and something, I don't know. Maybe
nickname.
Yeah, nickname.
Nickname sometimes, But actually, I have heard, but I don't have any reference. If I get, I tell you after.
Yeah, it's culture there.
Yes.
Even like my mother never speak my father's name. Even he's not home.
Yes.
So it's even elders, like my father's elder brothers. So their name also like father's father. No, they will not speak their name.
Yes. This is the advantage to be in a place like that with beauty from India. Even if it is in Paris temple or in Sarcelles, that you have personal experience in your life, how your mother, father called themselves. because it's suppose you person call his wife Devi. It's going to be nice, no? If it is thought like that, So this indicates that this.
Like also like listen or something, but in French how we have tu and vous,
Yes.
so they will ask from with the vous. They never use.
Yes.
What use to?
Tu is more, vous is more formal.
But sometimes in French language, we can use, we can play with the word, like that, we can say the different tune. Comment allez-vous? How are you? Comment vas-tu? Even if it is close friend, or if it is like a dear person, like wife or girlfriend, or like that, we can use a lot of.
To.
I don't know, even whenever I'm learning French, the teacher sometimes, I was like, no, it feels very weird for me
Yes,
to,
yes.
when I'm learning.
You don't have that problem in English.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, it's more easy. But
Yeah.
for relationship,
Yeah.
means for different emotion, this many languages has 2 words, some are 3 words, maybe there's 2. And that we, according to the person, according to the mood, according to the attitude, according to the feeling that we want to express, we use one of the 2.
Yeah.
Becoming complicated to learn languages when it's not your mother tongue. Yes.
But in Indian languages we do have that.
The distinction, yes, true.
Yeah.
In French we only 2. So yes, and okay. Another, yes, just finish the topic like that. Voilà. Suppose we are married. One time, Srila Prabhupada, he was present, he was blessing wedding of 2 of his disciples in America. And they were young devotees. And after, it was morning walk, and they were going to Srila Prabhupada. And one time, the man, the devotee was new married, he was in Srila Prabhupada, morning walk, and he asked Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, do you have any advice for us because we are newly married, And Srila Prabhupada said, yes, when you cook prasadam, you go out the door and you say very strongly, anyone who want prasadam, please come 3 times. So the devotee was thinking, maybe Srila Prabhupada didn't understand me. So it was again walking, morning walk. And maybe after a few minutes, he gets a chance to be near Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
He has the same question. Same answer. And he was thinking, maybe yes, I need what Srila Prabhupada give advice, how much we need to be connected together as a newly married person, And the work started going on like that. He asked a 3rd time, Same answer, same question. And after he said, yes, he understood that I can say my wife, but nothing is mine. And actually, when you visit a Grihastha house, it is mainly the wife who is like serving, presenting, putting people at ease like that, It's like she's receiving guests, And it is important for any Grihastha to have guests. Because like that it's increasing the service mood and diminishing the mood of we are close together, we can do what we want to, like that. And yes, Srila Prabhupada said in Canto 7, every husband is too much attached to his wife. Therefore, to give up one's connection with his wife is extremely difficult. But if one can somehow or other give it up for the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then the Lord himself, although not able to be conquered by anyone, comes very much under the control of the devotee. Yes. It is why Grihastha life is not for full life. Grihastha is varnashrama, and after there is an apostasy. But since most of us will join ISKCON very late, since everything and our background is not so clear,
Hare to varnashrama.
so it means varnashrama starts for us when we are 25, 30.
Yeah. Yes.
So it means we get married at 50, and we get out of we get sannyas when we are 100 years old. And, it's like a disturbance, you know, disturbance for us. It's the direct, but direct cannot, it can be ideally, but practically it's not. Practically, you know, most of the devotees who are, for example, in this picture, you know, you have Chandra Maharaj, who was a sannyasi, is not a sannyasi now. He was like, you know, Bhagavan was a grihastha and the sannyasi, and after not sannyasi now. One brahmacharya get married 2 times, and one, you know, like that. This means, Hare Krishna. It means this ashram situation is a little more complicated. And if you study the Bhagavatam, Canto 7, you know, about brahmachari, brahmachari means no thinking of the opposite sex, according to the Bhagavatam. And Radha Parisisvara, we have a story of Dhritarashtra Maharaj. We have a story of Pandava, who took Vanapasta, you know. And this is very exemplary person. But like Thakur, he says that in Kali Yuga, the best ashram is Grihastha. Because in Grihastha, the man is protected by his wife. He protects the wife, but he's protected. The man who is married is not supposed to look for the woman. But the person who has no woman, he can look for everyone. Sometimes it's happened in ISKCON. Even when Guru left his body a few years ago, he was addicted to pornography. You know, when we have a phone like that, you can do anything.
Maybe also it's the age of social media, no?
Yeah.
So we are constantly looking at the best. So we expect that in our lives also. We want the best. We want, since people are projecting only their best times, their best moments. So we feel like, oh, I want the most beautiful, I want the perfect life, so that expectation is kind of there in the back of the mind, I guess, which is kind of like a barrier.
So it is why it's important to go with pure bhakti, which is the main thing, and the Varnashram can help us to find the best position to practice bhakti. But if we have the choice about the two, pure bhakti is the most important. What do you think? So maybe we can close here. There is the Aarti there. Thank you very much. And yes,
Question.
Yeah. So the person who want to leave.
Yeah, because I need
Yeah,
to do some service.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Question.
Is it possible that person can have a true oneness, like
Possible, is that?
person can have two Krishna in the Kurukshetra. He appeared as Kshatriya, but he was born in Russia. And is it possible for us like that too?
It means everything is possible by Krishna's arrangement, for our varna. But we are ordinary person, so we have ordinary varna. But one is more prominent than the other. Most of us are mixed.
Yeah, mixed.
So it means if we can know the percentage of mixing, this can help. Yes. And like when we are looking for a job, we try to find a job that is to our liking. But it's difficult to find something with 100% to our liking. So the more closer, 100%. So, yes. When you want association with person, we want the best, we want the 100%, but we take what is more closer. At the end, we can have big ideas, but at the end, we took what is the best inside the option that we have. This way, in varnashrama, we need to develop humility. In our stage of life, we are like that. So in temple, for example, when devotee live in temple, it's mainly connected with brahminical activities. In a place like here, it's connected to the deity, to the center. So quite a few devotees are involved into puja there, cooking, cleaning the temple, looking at the small garden around, caring about the cave here. So it is centered about the deity here. Because it is a small temple in a small place. But it is difficult to find devotee who can live all life here. Maybe the devotee who are the most senior here, maybe they are 4 or 5 years old. Yes. It's been all the devotee. I was not so much living in temple myself, I was in Sankatan before. Devotee who are living 10 years ago, there is no one here. Living 10 years ago, we still living here. We can have the same people coming for Sunday feast.
Yes. Yes,
After 10, 20, 30 years.
Even 3 years ago, there wasn't many people. Even 3 years ago.
Yes.
When
After you came, more people.
No. People came and I was somehow one of them.
Because it's more.
But like 3 years ago, not many people, but Janmashtami, I'm like 2, 3, 500 people. I'm like, where are these people coming?
Yes, but mainly from India or Bangladesh.
Yes.
If you take out the Indian people and Bangladeshi people, lots of people are left.
There are not so many Indians, only Bangladesh.
Yes.
Now more Bangladesh will come because of what is happening.
So it means we need to know, like in Mumbai or Delhi, we need to have 5, 6 temples in Paris, You can leave the one temple for the Bangladesh, one temple for the Brazilian devotee, one temple for the French one, Probably in the future it can become like that.
Yes.
Maybe not so quick like in India, but if devotees are fixed in their pleasing Krishna, Krishna is going to reciprocate. And before Krishna reciprocate in a big square with big temple like that, we can work inside ourselves to express to Krishna where we are and where do we need to make advancement. And if we follow the system of Krishna, which is perfect, it's going to work.
Another question.
Yes.
When you told about the consciousness of Varna nature in the beginning of the class, do you remember? the parents, the consciousness, nature.
Yes.
If our consciousness is bad or our karma is not, we are so imperfect, we are not so liberated stage, but still people want to marry due to attraction. Their karma is not good and not finished. But they have a child, they invite a soul from
Yes.
how to remove that or
So
how to.
it is mixing. It is more complicated, yes. Because Kali Yoga, it is complication. Like in the other age, people were married according to Gotra, according to astrology.
Astrology,
family. Yes, of course. It was exceptional to see someone who is not married with astrology. Nowadays, it is exceptional someone who is married with astrology. No. And we can see that in a few years, there's a big change. And what to do?
Yeah.
Why did you come to this material? This is the question. I'm surprised. Why did you come? Yes, this is a mistake. We all wanted to be God. That's why we came here. And now we are seeing, there are so many problems. So we just need to become servant of God. And say, my Krishna, dear Krishna, I'm so full of problems. I really, I make a mistake by coming here. You are God, I'm not the God. So please help me to purify my consciousness in order for me to go to understand that with goodness. If we are not in our varna, it's impossible to develop business. Impossible. That is why varna are very important. And yes, we need to. Krishna is a person, we are a person, we can express to him. But we need always to remember. This maybe I can conclude with that. In Krishna book, when Krishna he has made some mistake, and Yashoda wanted to catch him, and she catch Krishna, and she wanted to put a rope around Krishna, but it was always 2 fingers were missing. She was adding other rope, always 2 fingers missing, and these 2 fingers represent 2 things. Do you know what these fingers represent?
Our endeavor and Krishna mercy. Krishna is
Yes. These are special blessings, Yes, what is our personal endeavor, our desire, our work, and the other one is Krishna's mercy. Sometimes we say, I don't know, it is Krishna's plan. Yeah, but if we are lazy, it's not Krishna's plan is nothing is going to happen, I tell you. We need to work now, some later. So we need to work. If we want to do some kirtan, we need to work. It's not a joke, If we can work materially or spiritually, I work for a boss in Paris, where we do seva in temple, we need activity.
So telling our desire also plays a major role.
Yes.
Apart from Krishna's.
Yes. It is why we have the free will. Sometimes in India people say, it's my karma. What's my karma? Can do nothing. But in Bhagavad Gita, there are 5 items listed in Bhagavad Gita. And one is karma, and this is the only item that is not eternal. Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank you very much, Krishna. Yes. It's why, when we study the philosophy more deeply, of course it takes time, but we develop more understanding about how Krishna is acting, how this world is manifesting, how the feelings are developing. And it's becoming more interesting because we are part of life. We have some freedom. Nobody likes freedom? No? Yeah, you want to be a slave? Freedom, free will. Yes, we have the free will. When we do something, or we don't do something, also there is consequences. So, yes, today I will discuss something about the ashram. Vyasta is the most we can say common. And it's the most there is more adventure than the other ashram. And it's tomorrow, if it is possible, I'm going to be there again. But something a little more about what is the use of ashram in our life.
So it helps to take the path to Godhead.
Our ashram helps us to become satisfied and happy. And Krishna and pure bhakti helps us to go back to Godhead. Some people want no varnashram, no bhakti. Some people want varnashram and no bhakti. Some people want bhakti and no varnashram. Some people want varnashram and bhakti. Choice. If we want both, we have double chance to be happy, spiritually and materially.
Last question.
Last question.
Yeah.
Last question.
And you said about the Mahabharata and the Ramayana is like a fighting and love.
Yeah.
But only two things. Why fighting is need?
Why Krishna is coming to this material world?
To protect. Oh, okay. To protect the devotees, to annihilate the demons.
Because in the spiritual world there is no fighting. Yeah, yes. And he brings his own members to fight. Because there is no, you cannot fight with Krishna. He brings his own, you can say giant Vijay, like that. So yes. It is like, for Krishna, it is like when we go to camping, for example. Camping.
Yes.
We are living here and we want to see some other place. We go outside, we go by car, by train, and we camp or we go to hotel. It's a new thing, So Krishna is always in Vrindavan, but he came to the material world for a little time, for like holiday, So he's doing something he cannot do in the spiritual world, like fighting. There is no demon there. It's a problem. Here we have plenty of demons. And there is a good thing also, I can tell you, right? In Kali Yuga, we are very much fortunate.
How?
Because in the Satya Yuga, demon and devotees, they don't live in the same planet. In Treta Yuga, demon and they live in the same planet, but they don't live in the same country. In the third one, Dwapara Yuga, they live in the same planet. Demon and devotee can live in the same family. Yes, like Prahlad and Nishingaden. But in Kali Yuga, demons and devotees can live in the same person. We are very fortunate. It means one day we are devotee, one day we are demon. And this is the reality, no? It's just like that. This means, like why Krishna asked in Bhagavad Gita, divine nature, demonic nature. He said to Arjuna, don't worry, you come with a divine nature. For us, are we coming from divine nature?
I'm not.
No, no. We are all coming except you. Divine nature. So it means that we are aware that we are not so divine.
Yeah, not so.
We are spirit soul, okay? But so now how to purify our nature? This is the situation. So we need help, guidance. So the Veda are the main guidance, and Guru and Sadhu are helping Veda. But this means when we become inquisitive, how to become a better person, even morality, first step. After to become, to act as a spirit soul, after as a devotee. Yeah. Slowly, one can advance, and we can become more, little closer to a devotee. But it can, we need to be patient because we are just and actually the varnashrama is helping us to speed the process. Because if we know more about ourselves, our nature, okay, I am divine this, I am the Bhagavatam. We can follow the system of Krishna, is perfect, and we are sure to make progress. Jai! Prabhupada ki jai! Varnashrama ki jai! All glory to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.